What's up and welcome to another episode of Chopstick Travel. My name's Luke Martin and today is day 2 of our series here in Penang, Malaysia. This is an island teeming with street food. If you didn't check out yesterday's episode, you can hit the link down in the description box. We sampled some of Penang's best Chinese street foods. This is one of the true joys of Penang, and that's why it is such an amazing island, because you can have authentic Chinese food like this. I also tried one of the most innovative, complex drinks I have ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, that's too good. That rose essence gives it kind of a floralness too. That is a very complex flavor profile for a drink.
So today we have another full day of eating planned ahead of us, and I am really excited. It's breakfast time, so let's go eat.
Yeah. YouTube. Yeah. Okay.
So for breakfast today, we are at this extremely famous stall here. It's called Transfer Road Roti Chennai. They have all kinds of different breakfast items, and they are just pumping out the Roti Chennais, which is their specialty. They also have prata, and they also have Roti Bakar. So this place is popular with the tourists and locals alike, and they're very, very friendly. And I just can't believe the amount of people they're serving and the speed at which they're doing so. It's pretty incredible to watch. So we have ordered our breakfast, just waiting for everything to arrive, and actually there is some hidden seats down kind of a back alley with a nice shady area to sit in. Mostly everyone's sitting right out front, but there is some more seating in the back. We ordered up to drink today tarik, which is Malaysia's famous tea drink, the pulled tea, and you can see it is nice and frothy on the top and very creamy from the milk they put in it. So let's try this out. Oh yeah. Oh, I love that froth on the top. It's just kind of like bubbly, and it's quite sweet actually, and very creamy and full of flavor from all the spices they put in there. So we are waiting for our food to arrive. I am ready to eat. Our first dish has arrived. What we have ordered here is the Roti Chennai, which is a flatbread that has been fried, and we ordered ours with chicken curry. And just check this out. This is absolutely sloppy yet delicious looking. So there is a ton of that red curry. There's egg in there as well, and you can see this is the Roti Chennai, the bread underneath, and then we have a nice piece of chicken lag, chicken drumstick on top. So I'm gonna just tear some meat off that chicken. Oh yeah. And make sure my first bite counts. Get some Roti Chennai and that chicken, some curry. Let's try that. Oh yeah. That curry is quite spicy, actually, very spicy, and the chicken is extremely tender. The roti does an amazing job at soaking up all of that curry flavor, yet at the same time retaining the elasticity. That is the definition of ugly delicious. Like, it's not the prettiest plate of food I've ever had, that's for sure, but it is certainly tasty. I'm gonna go in for one more bite with a little bit of egg, a little bit of roti. Oh man, that curry is so good. Our second dish has arrived. These are two of my all-time favorite breakfast items here in Malaysia, Roti Chennai and Roti Bakar. So here is the Roti Bakar, and you can see this is just a piece of toast, and then on top we have two beautifully soft boiled eggs, and that is what dreams are made of. Oh man, that is some seriously creamy eggs. So the way that they like to do it here in Malaysia is put a little bit of, I think it's white pepper. Just put some white pepper on top. And then just a little bit of soy sauce to give us some saltiness. Not too much. And then on this toast underneath here, I don't know if you can tell, maybe under this piece, oh man, that egg. There is butter and also kaya. And what kaya is a jam of pandan leaves, coconut, sugar. So it's a sweet jam. And I'm just gonna go in for a piece of this, make sure I get lots of egg. Check that out, that is absolutely beautiful. And let's try that. Oh man, that is like my favorite breakfast food of all time, I think. It is sweet, salty, creamy, rich from those eggs, and then that butter. Oh man, look at that. That is beautiful. Let's have another bite. Oh man, it is just so saturated with those soft-boiled eggs and a little bit sweet from that kaya. That is perfect breakfast food. Finished off with our breakfast. That was really good. I definitely recommend this place, and you can find the information down in the description box if you want to visit Roti Chennai Transfer Road. The staff is really friendly, and it's very easy to order as a tourist. You just pay once they bring the food to your table. So now we are going to head to get iced coffee. So let's go. So we are here at the iced coffee stall, and this is an extremely popular yet very modest stall. So this auntie is here 6 out of 7 days of the week, and she just has a little bicycle cart that apparently she is serving some really good iced coffee out of. So we're gonna wait in line. There's quite a big line, and we are gonna order ourselves up a coffee. We have our iced kopi or iced coffee, and this place is called Kopi Peng Famous Aunty. The auntie working here is extremely cute and really friendly, and she definitely has been making coffee for a long time, because just watching her is exciting. She has the technique completely down to a T. So the way that she makes it is she uses this really thick black coffee that she mixes with condensed milk, and then she does the like Malaysian tarik, or the pull, to foam or froth up the condensed milk. And then she uses the frothed condensed milk to put on top of your iced coffee. So you can see there's quite a bit of froth on the top here. And then she finishes it off with her signature star, her coffee star. And it kind of goes away pretty quickly, but it's a nice little touch, and it makes this place pretty unique. So let's find out how the coffee actually tastes. Oh yeah, oh man. Get a little bit of froth. Oh man, that is so good. It is definitely a very strong coffee, a little bit of a bitter flavor from that black coffee, but very sweet at the same time from all that condensed milk. And I think she adds a little bit extra sugar in that condensed milk coffee mixture as well. The froth on top is just like super creamy, but that is just a very rich, nice and refreshing. We ordered the iced version. She also does hot, but it's too hot out to keep drinking hot drinks all day, so we wanted an iced coffee, and this, I'm very satisfied with this. So this stall is pretty notorious for having a long line, because the auntie likes to take her time to make sure the coffee tastes right. She even does like a quality check every once in a while to make sure everything tastes correct. And so I think we waited around 20, maybe 25 minutes for this coffee, but it is seriously good. So I would say it's worth it. Maybe if the line is really long. It gets pretty hot here in Penang, so you have to be pretty dedicated, but it is good coffee. Finished off with our kopi. That was absolutely delicious. I totally highly recommend that spot if you want to have a nice refreshing iced coffee. So we spent a little time relaxing in there. We're getting a little hungry again. We are going to head now to get some lunch, so let's go.
You want chili?
Yeah. So for lunch today, we are having fried noodles, or Mee Goreng. We are at a place called Hussein Mee Goreng, and he is cooking these noodles ridiculously fast, and he is definitely an expert at doing this. So there's all kinds of different ingredients mixed in with the noodles, and it is all cooked over top of charcoal. There's even little bits of like charcoal ash flying out. It smells really good. He puts a couple different types of chili sauce in there. He puts some ketchup, mayonnaise, a sweet soy sauce, egg, and tofu, oil, I think a little bit of stock too. So there's quite a few ingredients. We're gonna go inside, sit down, and try some fried noodles. Our plate of Mee Goreng has arrived, and this is absolutely beautiful. The chef here is working so hard. He cooks these servings one by one. So they are cooked, ready to order, super smoky already. You can smell it, and just check this out. It's beautiful looking. So it's topped with a little bit of lettuce. We've got some lemon, or lime, sorry, on the side here, and then underneath all those beautiful noodles with all kinds of ingredients and sauces in there. So there's pieces of tofu in there. I think there may be pieces of potato. There's bean sprouts, all kinds of different things. I'm just gonna take my lime, sorry, and squeeze that on top and give it a little bit sourness, and grab some from over here. Let's try that. Oh yeah, right off the bat, that is like the perfect contrast of sweet and spicy, a little bit salty, and a little hint of sourness from that lime juice. But really, the dominant flavor there is just that wok, smoky, super smoky charcoal flavor. Those noodles are cooked to perfection, and there's some crisp bean sprouts in there. Let's go in for one more bite. I'm gonna grab a piece of the tofu here, just get some of the noodles. And these noodles are all kind of like chopped up, so they're not very long. They're kind of just short, perfect for snacking. Let's try this. Oh man. I am being constantly blown away and impressed at how much care and precision goes into cooking these dishes here in Penang. All the stalls we visit just seem to have owners that care so much about the food they're cooking, and it really comes through in their dishes. So this Mee Goreng, you could really just taste that smoky charcoal flavor. To be honest, I'm more of a char kway teow person myself, but this was probably the best Mee Goreng I've ever had. And it is super cheap too, very affordable. So if you're looking for some good, cheap Mee Goreng fried noodles here in Penang, Hussein Mee Goreng is probably the place to go. So we are quite stuffed after that. I think now we are going to head to check out a temple. So we are here at the temple now. This is a Hindu temple. I don't think I can pronounce the name, so I'm just gonna put it down below here. But this is one of the most important Hindu sites here in Malaysia, and it's very similar to the Batu Caves, which is outside of Kuala Lumpur. There's a lot of steps you have to climb up to get to the top of the temple, and it looks really beautiful. It's very peaceful, and there's no tourists here, so we're gonna just take a stroll around and check out the sights. So just like at the Batu Caves, this temple has monkeys on the stairs as you climb up. So we just saw a little monkey. He was pretty friendly. All right, don't underestimate the heat of Malaysia. It is winter and it is so hot, and we're trying to climb all the way to the top. And I read online that there wasn't as many stairs as Batu Caves, but I think that is incorrect, and it is really difficult to
We're only like halfway there.
Oh my god.
So now I know why there's no one else here. Because that is seriously a hike. But wow, this looks pretty beautiful. Let's go take a closer look. So you can see the temple behind me here. It is absolutely beautiful. Definitely worth the hike up here, but I would say you should come early in the morning or late at night because it is scorching hot out here. I am extremely sweaty, but another benefit of climbing all the way to the top of the stairs is you get this really marvelous view over Georgetown, all the skyscrapers and the ocean. But man, it is hot, let me tell you. So we are gonna head back down, take a little break before we head out for dinner tonight. So for dinner tonight, we are on a street called Kimberley Street. This is sort of like a night market almost at nighttime. There's a bunch of food stalls, and actually this is a restaurant we're sitting at now that I've already filmed at before. But the last time I remember, it was absolutely delicious, and they're serving a dish called kway chap. So we have our bowl right here. It's a mixture of a lot of ingredients. So it starts off with some really interesting looking flat noodles, and then there's a bunch of braised duck parts, so the duck meat, they use parts from the head, and also there's a braised egg in there, and I think she also mentioned that there was pig skin in it, and it's topped with just a little bit of fried garlic and some herbs. So let me just go in right here and grab just a big spoonful of everything, and it's just kind of like a mixture of all kinds of different items. That looks really, really good. Big piece of duck meat on top, so let's try that. Those noodles are really interesting. They're kind of wide and flat at the same time, and the duck meat has like a nice kind of soy braised flavor to it. There's some coagulated pig blood in there as well, which is kind of like falls apart in your mouth. It's very soft, and the broth is really what makes the dish. The broth is just so hearty, so rich, and like deep flavors. Let me get a little bit more here. Try that. Oh man, this is like a hearty stew almost. That duck meat is so tender. All right guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. Another incredible day of eating here in Penang. This is not our last day. We still have another video for you guys coming up very soon. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when we post a video on YouTube. And leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you thought looked the most delicious in today's episode. So thanks for watching guys. We'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.